Hi, everybody. I'm in my new craft room in my new setup, so you guys got to let me know if you can hear me. I'm not going to continue until I know for sure you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, or no. I'll switch my mics. Hi, Karen. I'm just not sure. Want to make sure. You can hear me. Okay. Yeah, Francie, isn't that okay? Thank you. Thank you for you're my guinea pigs tonight, my new setup in my new room. That is the neighbor, but just between I'm gonna put if you I don't know if you can see just past that house is the Mississippi River. So thank you for letting me know you can hear me. Hi Jamie, hi Markel, hi Mom, hi Walter, hi everybody. I'm so glad to have joined you guys tonight. Ignore kind of it looks clean, but it's really a mess. Okay? I mean, you should see over there and over there. It's a mess. And right here. But I'm gonna go ahead and switch down to my other camera, okay? Um, First thing I'm gonna do quick in the comments. Yay, Mari. Mari, I hope I said that right. You made a live. I'm gonna quick paste all the links for what we're using tonight. And then I also have a quick QR code I can pop back up on the camera in here in a few minutes. I'll take it off in a minute. But just so you guys can see that. But we are going to make a Wicked card tonight. So I hope that's great. I hope you're all having fun. I wanted to quickly show, oh, thank you, Shirley. I will do a tour when it's done. Hi, Melissa. I saw you pop in there. Thank you. It's fabulous. I love it. So I wanted to come up and kind of show you. I have all of the velveteen glazes swatched out and dry. So I wanted to put them in here quick. This is the Travel by Bubble. Here is the No Place Like Home. This is the Wizard Will See You Now. The I'm Melting. The Shiz University, I believe how I say that. I haven't seen Wicked. I've read the book, but I haven't seen it. I gotta catch up my comments here. It's not coming up here. There we go. And then the Flying Monkeys. Kind of shift that in there so you guys can kind of see those colors. I put them on kind of thick. And these were the fall colors. I never really showed those before. This is the Marcella, the Gourd, the Basil or Basil, depending how you say it, the Cornflower, and the Taupe. So I wanted to show these up quick. Susan, yay, thank you. We are going to use, I was going to use the Wizard Will See You Now, but this little thing happened earlier today called Stamptember, and then there's live packing, and I heard it's sold out. So I'm going to switch things around, and in my sample, which is in the bundle, is the Lima Bean. So we're going to use the Lima Bean live. It won't dry in time, I don't think. So you'll have to forgive me on that, but that way I can show you a couple different colors. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and if you guys need that QR code again, you can let me know, but I'm going to just kind of hide it for right now so you can see what I'm doing. And I've got my stick and stamp mat out here. And then another change I'm going to make is I'm going to use this. Awesome. What you making, Annie? I'm going to use the heat resistant acetate tonight. My sample is going to be the vellum, but I wanted to show this difference, and I will show a picture. I'll finish this card probably tomorrow, and I'll take a picture so you guys can see what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and put that on my stick and stamp mat. And then we are going to pull out this. Yes, you can always watch this tomorrow. As to say, you're drinking pumpkin coffee rum from your backyard. Yes, you can watch this, Laura, anytime. It's on replay. It'll be on replay later as soon as we're done being live. You can watch it anytime you want. So, yes, this is one of the, I see I'm a little fuzzy here. So I'm kind of late to see if it could be my Wi-Fi. I hope you guys are doing okay. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Michelle. This is one of the Stencil Paloozas. This is the Celebrate. It's from day 3. And I'm going to tell you that My sister Elizabeth, who's in the comments, making teriyaki stir-fried vegetables, pot stickers, and tempura shrimp, is the inspiration behind this card. She is an art major and very gifted artist, and she saw this and knows we are going to make this into the Emerald City. So I hope you are with me on this, and it turned out fabulous when she told me what her idea, how she thought it would work. I'm going to use some pixie spray because I love to use pixie spray when I use glazes, but I'm going to do that off camera here. Now, I will be honest, I forgot to use the pixie spray when I was doing my other samples. It worked, but now that I'm on acetate, I want to make sure I use pixie spray. And then I'm going to give it a couple of seconds to dry. And then we're just going to go ahead and put this down. Now, this is probably going to be the longest part, so you have to bear with me, but I wanted to show you how I did this. It's going to be hard for you guys, obviously, to see because it's on clear acetate. But I want to show you kind of what my idea is. This, I don't know if these are available anymore. This is just some Post-it note, low tack tape. I got this a long time ago from Brutus Monroe, but you can use washi tape, you can use Post-it notes, whatever you want. I've just been using this up. Hi, Kate. I do want to tell you guys that please bear with me if it looks like I'm buffering a little bit. Please don't, I mean, be nice, but please let me know because we are testing our Wi-Fi to see how it works. You know, I think it looks like it's doing good, but this is the first real test is going live. So I'm going to cover up the stand. Like I said, it's going to be kind of hard to see. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to cover up the top of all of these candles because I don't want any of the candle holders. So I'm going to go ahead and use a lot of this. What time is it? I'm not quite sure if I'm getting that joke. And then, thank you, Francie. I'm really excited about how I think this card's going to turn out. I have part of it done, but I'm really excited. I think this is going to turn out really good. So I'm just trying to be careful to make sure I just kind of have at these small pieces, I just have the candles. I'll hold this up here in a minute so you can see it. I mean, like I said, my sister had this. Thank you. Thank you, you guys. You know, I mean, like I said, be gentle and know, but we're trying to decide if we're doing good or if we need to add more. So I'm going to kind of hold this up as close as I can see, you can get to it. Now, my delay, so I'm trying not to hurry to catch that up. Oh, and supper. Yeah, my sister's an amazing cook and baker and everything. Actually, both my sisters are. We learned it from my mama. But if you can see, I just covered up, and I covered up the total part of this because my high point for Emerald City needs to be this middle piece. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that. Sorry for the shine. Now, this is where you kind of have to just eyeball it. I'm going to take 2 pieces of this low-tech tape, Post-it note things, and you could totally use a punch for this, but my punches are packed away, so we're just going to eyeball it with some scissors. And I want to line these up as close as I can, and I'm just going to cut a curve in them. And it doesn't have to be perfect because, you know, this is a handmade card. And then these parts I can save for something else, but I actually want this part because we're making the curved part of the Emerald City. So what I'm going to do is, since this is my center point right here, we're going to cover these up and we're going to kind of make them a little lower. And I'm just eyeballing it to try to make these the same. And you'll get it when you see, when it's all done. I don't think these, oh, I think I can use these. So we're going to cut, I'm right-handed, so I'm going to kind of be cutting these backwards. Here we go. I'm going to cut it, and we're going to cut and do the same thing. Like I said, a punch would work. I didn't think a hole punch would work for me because I need a bigger spot than that. 10 minutes is still supper. Francie, I'll be honest with you, I was really pleased with how it turned out. Now, I've not done this on acetate before, so this will be, you guys are I'm your guinea pigs. Excuse me for a second while I turn. It's like I said, I'm trying to just eyeball this because, you know, the Emerald City kind of, it humps like this. Okay, so now I'm going to come up a little closer. again. And then we're using the humps or the rounded parts from the already pieces that are in this stencil. So I might need to make sure this one's up a little bit higher. And like I said, I'm just masking off the candles. Okay. Thank you. Awesome. All right. So here we go. We're going to use the lima bean velveteen glaze. It's fun. There's so many fun colors that you can do. Now you could do glitter glaze. I am not doing glitter glaze. I wanted, like I said, I was going to use the other one, but I think everyone a little gaga and kind of bought everything. So I switched quick to another one that was in stock. So that way, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and get the bundle. And I'm just going to go. Now for me, I like to go in one direction whenever I use, especially the the glazes like this, the chroma glaze, the velveteen glaze. And I'm just going to go gently. And then now I'm going to go kind of back and forth at this center part here. But I do notice that if I go in one direction, I tend to have better coverage and I don't tend to accidentally smear it underneath my stencil. So thank you. Like I said, I cannot take credit for this. This is my sister. My sister, the thespian. My sister is, I mean, my kids have been, I was in many plays, but my sister has been in many plays. She's also a theater major. So now I just did that backwards, of course. So don't do what I say, not as I do. I always kind of put it in, I like to tap it back down. Surprised Fletch didn't bark on that. And then keep this piece when you have your glazes, because this helps keep it from drying out instead of press and seal. I don't use press and seal at all. I even save some of those so that if I lose one, I have a couple put away. Got a couple old baby wipes here. Now, what I'm going to do carefully is I'm going to carefully, are you guys ready? I remember 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3. Now I'm trying to make sure I don't get my acetate. Come on, voila. Okay. Thank you. So there we go. I will show that on the acetate in a minute. But what I want to do is I'm going to take off. I mean, you could save those if you want and wipe them. I'm not. I'm just going to throw them away because it's just Post-it note tape. It did its job. And then I'm going to let this off to the side for just a minute. I've got my fabulous. Thank you, Susan. Like I said, my sister talked and I talked about it, and I came up when we were on the phone together and doing this. So I have the new stencil tray. I think that's what this is called. I have the stencil cleaner. I like to just spray my stencil cleaner when I'm doing mists right into this because, and then I just pop it inside and I let it go. And by the time we're done with this live, it's going to be clean. Sometimes if it's super thick, I might have to wipe it off. But all right, now, if you haven't removed something from a stick and stamp mat, acetate is just the same as anything else. You kind of bend it back on itself. Now, hopefully it's not, my stick and stamp mat's not super sticky, which I think it is. I'm going to bend it back on itself. I'm going to help it along. It usually pops right off, but I feel like mine's extra sticky tonight. And so look at how cool that is. Now, I'm going to put this one aside. We'll see how dry it is at the end of the night. It might be available, but otherwise I will show you tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and I had my blending buddy on here as well. Put my middle piece back on and just pop that off to the side. Now I have 2 more. Hi, Heather. Oh yeah, the stencil thing, Annie, is perfect. I don't know if a 6x8 stencil will fit in there. Let me check. I have one sitting here. Yep, a 6x8 stencil would fit in there. I'm just not going to pop one in there. Okay. So, all right. Now I have 2 that are already finished and dry. So I'm going to show you 2 samples, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet. Okay, you guys. This one is with the green candy coat. So this one looks very emeraldy. And of course, this is on vellum. I think the acetate one's going to end up turning out even cooler because of my idea for my card. But this is the candy coat. I figured I should use this after talking with you guys. Sarah used the candy coat the other day. But this was the very last of my candy coat. I had none left. And then this one is the Wizard Will See You Now Velveteen Glaze. Look at how fun that is. And yeah, I know you can see it looks like it's because it's velvet. It's got that little bit of warping to it but that's because of the pastes. That just happens with thinner paper. But I think this is fun too. So I haven't decided which one we're going to use yet, but I've got them both here. Our next step is to grab the boho rainbow. So what I think, and I have not used this paper pad yet. I'm super excited about it. Look at those beautiful rainbows. My sister and I, like I said, when we were talking, we kind of decided this is going to be a warped version of Oz. This is the Wicked Witches version of Oz. So we've got these melting rainbows. I'm going to use this rainbow. And if you ever struggle for what colors to use, oh, doesn't have that on the inside of this one, does it? Nope. Usually, our newer paper packs have the colors, but some of our paper packs now also have this as well, where it has all of the colors on one side. This one's a little bit older paper pack, but it is still available. It's from earlier this year. Boho Rainbow, love it. I chose this one because I figured it'd be half. And my idea is we're not going to see all of that rainbow. We're not going to see all of that, but we're going to kind of put this on top. Okay? But this is going to be our main card panel. So let's get this cut down. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to an A2 card size. So I'm going to 4 1/4. Is that right? Yeah, 4 1/4. Did I just cut this wrong? Yeah, I did it right. Okay, 4 1/4. This is my card base. And then I am going to cut from the bottom because I want the rainbow. So 5 1/2. Yeah. Isn't it? Thank you. I think that's fun. I'm actually going to throw a piece of paper away, you guys. This piece I'll probably save and put something on because look at that beautifulness. So we've got that. This is actually I want to use, do I have another card base here? This is our card base. I'm not going to put it on yet because we're going to do something. I'm going to actually decorate the inside of our card, but not yet. Here's our card base. So yeah, the rainbow's kind of cut off a little bit. Well, now you could cut this, but I feel like I want to show this. So we're going to have to cut this down. Now, I forgot to grab my dies and my die cut machine, so you might have to bear with me for a minute. So let me go grab that. I'll be right back. Thank you. Awesome. Hi, Stacy. How are you? Give me a second, you guys. I had to walk around the other side of the room to grab some dies here. I just need a circle die of some sort. And not finding it, of course. I wasn't prepared for that. Crafty room, crafty room. Where is my circles? Are you guys loving Stencil Palooza so far? What is your favorite one? Just looking for a die. Give me any die. Any die. Okay. All right. We're going to pull out a Lawn Fawn die, guys, because that's as far as I can find. Let me grab my die cut machine. Now. Yeah, Stacy, it has. I get you there. I need to come see you. I had that in August. So I don't necessarily want to use the stitch dies, but we're going to this time. Now I think, hi Ruth from California. If my table shakes, I apologize. This is like a dining room table. I'm going to cut both of these down. And I think we're going to use this one. And we're going to we're just cutting part of this. And I'm going to cut them both the same. Okay. Yes. I've been having a great deal of fun with them too, Mari. Yes, I know, Stacy. It's on my list. I just don't get very far right now. I do need to. All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw that piece away. So I've got this piece, which I think is kind of perfect. I know we've got a little bit of the earth. And so I think on this one, I'm going to go ahead and cut the whole thing right through the center so we can have a couple options. I have not had a chance to play with many of them yet. I have been ordering some and been getting some, but I haven't, like, moving my craft room and organizing and getting ready for Stamptember and a couple other things. I just haven't had as much time to play. All right. With the stencil palooza. So, oh, awesome, Cheryl. That's great. Thank you. I'm glad you caught me when I'm live. So my thoughts are, what I think we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and I know my sister mentioned something about maybe making a cloud. I didn't grab the cloud dies. We're going to go with it. Yes, you could be. Yes, it could be if you're not right, if you're not careful, Mari. So here's my thoughts. We're going to put the vellum down, and I'm going to go ahead, when I get it down, we're going to cut it off so it's at the end. So what is fun about the Wizard of Oz? What do we see outside the Emerald City? We see the Wicked Witch, right? And that's where our title of our bundle comes from. We've got the Witching Hour layering stencil. And I thought, why not put the Wicked Witch in our sky? I have not played with this yet. It even comes with a little mask. But we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to kind of lay this down, and we're going to put our witch right up here over the rainbow. Poppies. Yes. Well, Cheryl, I'm glad you're here. So first thing I'm going to do before I forget, now this will be funny because my camera is going. Poppies. You're right, poppies, but the witch too. Remember, just before they go in, the witch comes in, or they just go in and they're like, the wizard will see, and the wizard will know, the wizard will know. So I figured we got to have the witch flying over the Emerald City. I have a fan going above me, so we'll see how fun this might be with my embossing powder. It might go flying, so you'll just have to forgive me. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our witch down right here. I'm going to use some more of this tape to kind of just hold this in place. It's not really to mask anything off. And then my embossing ink, which, did I grab an embossing? Do I have a little? Yes, I do. I knew where it was for once. I've got my embossing ink and my embossing thing. Poppies would be great too. And we might be able to add poppies. That's a good, but it might be at the end. How does that sound? I think we can add poppies. I've got an idea for that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to kind of pounce and twist. And the reason that being is because it's got little tiny pieces in the die, or in the stencil, so I don't kind of mech that up. And I'm going to go ahead, I'll save probably these pieces for another time to stick them to my table and throw that in my stencil bin. All right. So now I pulled my Scowleen embossing powder. I have been loving Scowleen. Let me show it to you. Maybe. I'm not sure about Red Heart glitter gel. I'm thinking maybe something else. Okay, I just want to make sure I show this on camera. See, it's got some black, there's some purple, there's some green, and Scowleen has just, I know the witch is black, but Scowleen has been, so just calling to my name. I've been using a lot of it lately. So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll just, hopefully my fan don't blow me away too much. I have an idea for poppies. That's not too bad. Unusual weather we're having. That is a fun one. Scowleen is one of my favorites, you guys. It's a fun one to keep because, and those of you, if you don't know who Scowleen is, it's a toy from I believe it was the Care Bears. And Heather loves Scowleen so much. Heather Collins does. Not. And anyway, Christopher has a doll like of Scowleen. So if you look up Scowleen, it's not the Care Bears, it's something else. You can find a picture of her. So every time I go to Bruce Monroe, I have to go find Scowleen and take a picture of her. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna heat gun off to the side here. It doesn't quite reach my desk, I don't know, so. All right. So we've got that. So we've got our witch. And I kind of am leaning towards this one versus this one. I don't know. What do you guys think? I know this is all Emerald City. I don't know. Do you guys like which one should I use? Should I use the candy coat or the velveteen? Surrender Dorothy. You guys tell me, which one should we use? And while we're waiting, I'll put our little QR code back up again. Scalene's and from the Moon Dreamers, you're right. I have the Moon Dreamer embossing powder right here. It glows in the dark. I just learned that. Candy coat, absolutely, candy coat. Okay. Hi, Sue. Long time no talk. All right. All right, I'm gonna put the QR code back down so you guys can see me again, and we will use the candy coat. Okay, now, speaking of Sue, oh, I got one velveteen. Yes, the Halloween bundle had sculling embossing powder in it. Candy coat. I got a couple of, but mostly, okay, well, we're going with the candy coat. I'll make something with the velveteen glaze. I'll make a different card. I do need to grab, speaking of Sue, my friend Sue, sorry if my back's to you guys. I need to grab my favorite thing, sticky dots. These are from Third Wall. So I miss you too, Sue. We'll talk later. So this is, oh, I should show you what they look like. So you can see the actual cover of it. These, you can use plenty of them. I'm just going to grab a full sheet because I have a lot. These are the sticky dots. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and peel off. And they've got, I always peel them. I don't like peeling that side, but I'll peel anyway. Okay, peel it off. And you won't be able to really see it, but there's lots of little sticky dots here. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to stick this down on it. And I'm going to take this piece and cover it back up. It's been almost a year since I've seen you, Sue. Can you believe that? November. Long time. So I'm just going to rub my hands all around it. I like to go around the edge when I'm using something like this, just so that it sticks. Kind of like, an old Xyron machine used to have that little sticky edges on. And then there'll be tons of dots left. So I do not want to throw this away. You can use this for intricate dies, things like that. And then we're going to stick this on. And I'm sticking it off to the side. We are going to cut a little bit of that off. I'm going to stick it up. I like how the witch is kind of pointing towards this. And look at that. It's stuck. It's stuck down and there's no glue marks. I want to show that up close so you can see it. No glue marks. It is too long. We do need to fix that. I was talking to Tom about that tonight at dinner, Sue. All right, I'm going to trim that off with my trimmer and throw that away. So now we've got this and we've got our card base. So we've got that. We need a sentiment. Hi, making cards with friends. Hello. Is that Christy, I believe? I am going to do the inside first. We are going to put the sentiment on the inside as well, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and fold my card base inside out. And this is the fun part. This is going to be kind of the fun little surprise. I don't usually decorate the inside of my cards. And I just have, the reason I folded it inside out is because I have my mini Misty. I am going to grab, now I know there's another one on the website. I'm trying to find something so you can see this. I have the Witch stamp set, which is part of the bundle. I do know, and you can see it's well loved. There is the Wicked Witch. I think there's only limited of that. There's a Glinda and there's a Wicked Witch, and they're a little different. They have different sayings and different other things. This one is the Witch that comes with both witches. So we're going to use that. It's okay, Christy. Michelle, that sounds like fun. Do you want to know how many times, Christy, I have accidentally done that, logged in, and it's me, and it's not supposed to be me, or it's supposed to be me and it's not me. I'm in the wrong channel. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and set that down. And here's where we're going to have a little fun. We're not going to make it green. No, you're making card with friend. with your, or it's making cards with friend, right? Tonight? Is that what it is? You're with friends. We're going to heat emboss. And what we're going to do is we're going to make her green. Even though her dress is black, we're going to make her green. That, that's the fun surprise. So we're going to do some heat, and I'm going to stamp this down twice, and that's only because um, I don't know how good ink my, I might need to re-ink my embossing powder. Those of you, I want to say shout out to my friend Treasure. She owns Blue Sparkle. She sent me this press tool, this perfect press tool. She makes them. She lives up, I know her from Stamp Junkie. She's one of my friends. She saw during one of my lives I was having issues with my pressing. Ooh, it's kind of got some black on it. I guess I haven't cleaned my stamp. Okay. And it was very nice, fun surprise. I'm breaking up a little bit. Okay. So that's probably my internet. Thank you, Francie. So I don't know if you heard me, but this is called the Perfect Press. It's from Blue Sparkle. If you can look up Sparkle, my friend Treasure sent this to me to try out because she saw me struggling one night with my stamping, and it's amazing. So yes, you do. She actually makes a lot of storage solutions for your craft room and things like that, for markers, things like that. So Blue as in BLU, Sparkle. She's a very nice, good, dear friend of mine. All right. So I left a like, but I can't switch. But oh, yes, you can. I have done that too, Christy. We're going to use the halushki. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad I'm not breaking up because I'm kind of curious myself. With the delay is the hard part because my computer screen shows me live and then my TV over here. This is the halushki. So we're going to use this, and hopefully it's not going to mess me up too bad that I have a dirty loved stamp. Oh yeah, you can tell I didn't get it stamped in that spot right. That's okay. We can make that work. That's where we're going to put our sentiment because I didn't stamp it right there. That's just a part to, we don't all stamp perfectly. Just usually when you see a video, a lot of times you don't see any mistakes because they get edited out, except during a live, of course. But we're going to put our sentiment there. So we're going to go ahead and heat set this. All right. So this is the hula sheet. I forgot to tell Heather about this earlier. We were going to use the hula sheet. Perfect. So we've got that. That's going to be the inside of our card. Yeah. Yeah, you were here Monday. Yes, it was. Awesome. Yeah, Monday was crazy for you. That was crazy. Well, we got our internet installed last week, and we are doing a Starlink internet. And so we tried it Friday night. We watched a live stream because we stream. We don't subscribe to anything. Well, I mean, we subscribe to like streaming services, but we watched a live basketball game. I'm a big Caitlin Clark fan. You guys all know that. And we watched her basketball game, and we put it on 4 TVs, and we really didn't have a big issue, but we had a little bit of buffering here and there. So we went in ahead and added a second point today. And tonight was the big test. And our internet guy has been asking, how's it working? And I said, we'll let you know. You bought Treasure's tape holder that holds the huge roll of two-sided tape. Yes. Oh, yes. Yep. That was awesome, Michelle. Oh, Christy, welcome. I'm glad you're here as yourself. So here's our card. There's our sentiment, or our inside. We're going to put our sentiment in here. You could do wishing you all the best, but I'm going to do the magic is in you. Never again. You're only going live on your date. It happens. It happens. Okay, now I'm looking for a small piece of scrap paper to stamp my sentiment in on, because I did not grab, oh, duh, I have my perfect blend right here. This is a piece from last week's card, so we will use that. Oh yes, she does carry a glue press carrier that you can store it in. That's awesome. Yeah, I need to. Now that I have room for some of those items for storage, I'm excited. But all right, I'm going to use the Raven Detail ink because we need to add a little black in here. And we're just going to do The Magic Is in You. And like I said, my ink pad needs to be re-inked, so I apologize for stamping multiple times. Christopher doesn't ever re-ink his colored ink, and I seem to never re-ink my other ones until I realize that I need to re-ink that, but each week I forget. So, all right, so we're gonna put that off to the side. Well, let's get some squeaky clean here. This is the stencil cleaning, squeaky clean stencil cloth. I'll be honest, I use it for everything. Francie, I do not have my dream box anymore. It is on it is on it is on Marketplace for sale. First of all, I'm upstairs. Thank you, Heather. It is, I did link everything in the description box too for later. But that was the stencil cleaner. Well, it cleaned my stamp. Oops. I just decided it was not the way I'm going. I know, Francie, but my room is one big open room. Let me switch back to my other camera here quick. And so I have a window here, and I have a window straight across from me, not quite as big as that one, and I have a window right here. So the only really good place for it to be would have been right over there. But when I get my craft room done, you're going to really, really like what I have. I have some older antiques in here and some of my white furniture, and it's just, I'm really excited. So yeah, it was time. It was time. I had it for a while, and it's not that I didn't like it. It's just that my system has changed enough that is why. So I'm offering up to somebody else who might need it and have room for it. So I will be honest with you, I won't be sitting at it much if it was here, because I have this nice big table that I'm sitting at right here, and I have the desk behind me. I think one thing I realized is I'm going to need a bigger chair because I'm on carpet, my glow in the dark carpet, which I probably could show you guys tonight. If you really want to see it before we hang out, I can show you the glow in the dark carpet live. So I have my windows, all my lights are on. Yeah, yeah. And I love the openness of my room, and I wanted things up against the wall, and it's skinnier. I don't know if that makes sense. It's narrower because I have longer space. So the dream box comes out a little bit farther. And well, I shouldn't say it's a dream box. It's an original scrap box. The dream boxes are the newer versions. So yeah, we're going to cover that up, and we're going to put that right there, and we easy peasy. I have this one I'm sitting in. I got this one when I had my office. Tom and I went down, and it's funny, he laughed. He spent an hour and let me sit in every chair at the office supply store in the city closest to us until I sat in the one that I wanted. And this is the one I got. And the reason I got it, I did have a gaming chair. It sat straight up and down. But the one thing I like about this is the sitting back of it. And the biggest thing for me is my arms. I mean, you probably can't see it, but the arms move up and down. So I can push the arms up, or I can put the arms down, which is nice depending on where I'm crafting at. So, all right, guys. So here is their basic card. Now, oops, I got my mouse right in the middle. We are going to add a little bit more because you guys want some poppies, and we've got time. Here's our inside. So I have a couple of ideas for poppies. My first one is to do a little bit of embossing powder. I think we're going to do a couple different poppies, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and grab this part of the witching hour. This is the stars. We're going to use this. and we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna put it down and we're gonna move it around and we're gonna add some poppies down at the bottom. And I'm just gonna kind of put them, and you guys will understand the effect of it. You know, I mean, just, I think, you know, it doesn't mean poppies. We're just going to put poppies and you guys will know what that means. You'll know what they are. Everyone will know what they are. I'm going to avoid the Emerald City though. So I'm just going to put a few covers over that. And we're just going to add a few here and there. And what I'm going to do is my best to use this. Thank you. I'm having fun with it. So this is our first version of poppies. And I'm going to kind of swap this around because this ink will last a little while. It doesn't dry right away. And I'm going to just go ahead and add a little bit more here and there. Oh, Tom is sneezing up a storm downstairs. And I'm going to just add a few. Okay. And then I'm going to, you'll have to forgive me, I got to turn around again because I need to grab embossing powder. I'm going to grab the curtain call because it's just right on top and it's a red one. Okay. Where's Penny? Penny is on vacation. Yeah, Sue, you're going to be jealous when you see my room. You knew what my room looked like. To be honest with you, okay, so I don't, full disclosure, you guys, this was Tom's childhood home, and I am actually crafting in what used to be his bedroom. This upstairs here was 3 bedrooms, and now it's 1 bedroom, my craft room, and a bathroom with kind of a dressing area. And I think it's kind of funny. So thank you, Linda. So here we got a little bit. We're not done with the poppies. Now you'll see there's some glitter on there. I'm okay with that. I just leave it. I let it go because glitter embossing powder, some of it blows off when you heat and emboss and this and that. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, Christy, I think she was live earlier and it was dinner time when the stamp was released earlier. Christopher was live. So I don't know if it's the middle of the night or early morning for her now. Okay, so there's my first version of poppies. Add a little bit of poppies down here at the bottom. And then I think what I want to do, I was going to add some splatter in the shimmer, but instead we're going to add a little bit of the Uramine, not the Uramine one, Santa Suit. That's pink. Here's my red. So I've got the shimmer splash. So here's my second thought. I'm just going to shake this up a little bit because there is a little bit of shiny mica stuff in there. Which candy coat is this? This was the green. Here, I'll show you. This is the last of what I have. You want to see how much I got left? That's how much I got left. So I have to order some. So now I'm going to take some of this Santa Suit and very kind of carefully just kind of boop, 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 boop. We're going to do some splatters. Maybe do some dots. And I hope you guys are getting the idea of what this says. What this is. Yep, green candy coat. No, Francie, you know what? Oh, I saw somebody said they made it. Who made it? Cherie. Hello, Cherie. All right, so got a little bit of that, and I think the very last thing we're going to add, this is going to be total mixed media. I'm going to reach in my desk drawer here, and we're going to grab the Scarlet embossing, or the Scarlet glitter glaze for just a little bit more. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a paintbrush here. I'm going to go ahead and just grab a little bit, and we're going to add some more dots. And I'm just going to show you, I'm just dotting it. We're just going to dot it. I probably could have gone through my stash and found some flowers to make flowers, but I think you guys get the point of what they are because you're here with me. The poppies. I know there's no green. We could add green too, but I'm going to leave the green as the Emerald City. So I hope you guys are happy with the way I'm doing my poppies. And then we're just going to kind of let that dry. And we have our card. I'm going to go ahead and rinse that in my stencil thing. So let me grab this here quick. Put my lid on it. Oh, Francie was in Greece for a second. Thank you, Heather. All right, you guys. So here is my Wizard of Oz card. Thank you. I am super excited. I think I had a lot of fun with it. Uh, it is. It is. And once it dries, oop, I paused there for a minute. We just had a little bit of a bloop, but I might have hit my table too. But I wanted to show you, it's starting to dry, but it's not all the way. Sorry for my head. You can kind of see it's starting to dry. Let's see here. It's still really shiny right here in the middle. Yeah, I saw it kind of, we got one little buffer spot I saw, but yeah, there we go. A little bit better. A little better. We had a little buffer spot, so not bad. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Francie. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, everybody. But it's drying here a little bit. It's not, well, the white's kind of messing with the camera. Let's see if I can put it on the black. Put it on the black. So you can see right here, it's drying. So just another different version of the colors. I do, Francie. It's one of my favorite things about the Velveteens is the matte finish. So you've got 3 different kind of ideas here that you could use if you wanted to. Oops, that's still a little wet. I've got the lime bean, which is in our bundle. And that'll be a little bit lighter green. And you've got the I'm melting, which you can sign up for a restock notice as soon as that is. And this is the candy coat. We've got our Scowling Witch there and our embossing powder, shimmer splash, glitter glaze poppies. So thank you, you guys. The poppies are great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys have a great night. Don't forget to check out Stencil Palooza. Come back every day, see what stencils are there. I think I heard that a few of the first weeks are selling out. So if those ones from the first week you want, get them. I do want to remind you about the CYOE challenge this month. It's pattern paper. So obviously this would. What was the red glaze? It was a glitter glaze. It was the scarlet. The scarlet glitter glaze. Let's see if I can open it up again. I used curtain call embossing powder, a little bit of scarlet glitter glaze, which with a dot stencil would be perfect too, if you can know to add a bunch, and a little bit of the Santa suit. Oh, thanks, Francie. Yeah, a thumbs up is great. And oh yeah, it is pretty on the black too. But don't forget to join if you do the CYOE challenge on the Brutus Monroe fan club using pattern paper and at least one Brutus Monroe product. It's a completely random drawing at the end of the month. So I appreciate you guys all staying with me tonight. And thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Mari. Have a great evening yourselves. And stay tuned. And next week, I will have a special guest with me. So we will see how that goes. All right. Have a great evening, everyone.